All right, so today we're diving into Indore.
Indore.
Yeah, a city in Madhya Pradesh, India.
Okay, sounds interesting.
Yeah, and we've got a whole bunch of articles here
Article's great.
just to kind of get a sense of this place, what makes it tick, what makes it unique.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
So yeah, let's jump right in. One of the first things that struck me going through these articles is that Indore is this really cool mix of the old and the new.
Oh, definitely. I was getting that sense too, history and modern stuff all kind of blended together.
Right, it's not just stuck in the past, but it's not, just racing toward the future either.
Exactly. And that's what makes it interesting to me. How do you balance that, hold on to tradition, but also embrace progress?
Absolutely. So, okay, let's talk history. Indore starts out way back in the 16th century.
16th century, wow.
Yeah, as a trading hub. Seems like location.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, when you think about it, being right there between the Deccan and North India, it's got to be a major crossroads, right?
Prime real estate.
Right. So it's natural that it became a big trading center.
Totally. But then you have the Holkars.
The Holkars.
This dynasty, part of the Maratha Empire.
Yeah.
And they really left their mark, architecturally speaking.
Oh, yeah. They were big on building, look at the Rajwada Palace.
The Rajwada Palace, yeah.
That thing's amazing. It's like Mughal meets French meets Maratha.
I was reading about the French influence, the symmetrical facades, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, exactly. And then using local materials, that's the Maratha touch. It's a real blend.
It is. And then you've got the Lal Bagh Palace, too.
Oh, another gem. A real window into how the Holkars lived, their royal life.
So fast forward to today, right?
Yeah.
Indore is a major economic force.
The commercial capital of Madhya Pradesh, they call it.
Exactly. What's fueling that? I mean, it's got to be more than just its history, right?
Well, for one thing, they've got a super diverse range of industries. It's not just one thing driving it, which is smart.
Makes sense. Spread the risk, right?
Totally. So you've got the automotive industry, that's huge there. Textiles, too. Those are established sectors.
That's for industries, yeah.
Yeah. But then you've also got pharmaceuticals. That's growing like crazy.
Interesting. So they're branching out.
And here's the really cool part. They're becoming a tech hub.
Oh, yeah.
Big time. Companies like Infosys and TCS, they're investing heavily in Indore.
Wow. So they're attracting those big players.
They are. And that's really going to shape their future, I think.
Yeah. Tech is where it's at these days.
Absolutely. So you've got this blend of old and new industries. And that's what makes them so resilient,
Totally. Okay, so it's got the economic engine going. But something else popped out from the articles. Indore's focus on education.
Oh, yeah. That's a big deal for them. They're really serious about education.
It's the only city in all of India with both an IIT and an IIM.
That's right. An IIT, Indian Institute of Technology, that's the top engineering school.
Yeah. And an IIM, Indian Institute of Management Business School. Elite.
The best of the best. So that tells you something right there. They're attracting the brightest minds.
It's got to be a pretty competitive academic environment there.
Well, for sure. I mean, think about it. It's a magnet for coaching centers, too.
Yeah.
Those places that prep students for those super tough entrance exams.
Right, like a pressure cooker.
Yeah, but in a good way. It pushes everyone to be their best, and that spills over into everything else.
So speaking of attracting the best, let's talk about something else Indore's known for. The food. Specifically, street food.
Oh, man, the street food.
The articles were raving about it.
It's not just food. It's part of their identity. It's a whole experience.
It's specific places you got to go.
Oh, yeah. Sarafa Bazaar. You have to check it out. It's a market during the day, but then at night...
At night, it's
boom! Food stalls everywhere.
What?
Total transformation.
That's awesome.
It is. And then there's Chappan Dukan. It literally means 56 shops. And it's just
food.
Row after row of street food vendors. You can find anything there.
So what are the must-try dishes? What do the articles say?
Okay, you gotta have poha jalebi.
Poha jalebi.
Where poha is flattened rice flakes, kind of savory, and jalebi is this crispy, sweet, syrupy thing.
Wow, that sounds like an interesting combo.
It is. And then there's samosas.
Samosas.
They're famous for them. Layered and crispy, so good.
I'm getting hungry.
And don't forget bute ka kis. It's this warm, savory corn dish, perfect for a cool evening.
That sounds amazing. Okay, so the food's incredible, but there's more to the culture than just that, right?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, they've got a rich tradition in music, dance, literature, strong classical music scene.
That's cool. So they're feeding the soul too, not just the stomach.
Exactly. It's a well-rounded culture.
So let's talk about something that might surprise people. Indore is consistently ranked as the cleanest city in India.
That blew my mind, too, when I read that. How do they do it?
5 years running, cleanest city. It's got to be a real point of pride.
Definitely. It's not easy to achieve that, especially in a rapidly growing city.
Yeah, it's one thing to be a small town to be clean,
Yeah.
but a city this size.
Right. So they've obviously got some really effective waste management and public cleanliness initiatives going on.
It makes you think, what are they doing that other places aren't? Could other cities learn from them?
Absolutely. It's like a model for sustainable urban development, you know?
Okay, so let's say someone's convinced they want to visit Indore. We talked about the palaces, but what else should they see?
Okay, the Rajwada Palace and Lal Bag Palace, those are must-sees. Really give you a feel for the Holkar dynasty.
Definitely go for the history.
But then hit up Sarafa at night. You won't regret it. That food experience is one of a kind.
Can't miss the food.
And then there's this place called the Kanch Mandir. It's a Jain temple, but it's entirely made of glass.
Glass.
Glass. Intricate glasswork everywhere. It's visually stunning. Like, you won't believe it.
So a bit of a hidden gem.
It is. And if you want to get away from the city for a bit, there's the Pedalpani waterfall.
A waterfall, nice.
Yeah, beautiful natural scenery. It's not too far from the city. Makes a great day trip.
Perfect. And getting there seems pretty easy, right?
Oh yeah, super easy. They've got the Devia Hilia by Holkar Airport. It connects to all the major cities in India.
So flights are no problem.
Nope. And it's a major railway hub too, plus good road connections. Lots of options.
Which makes sense, right? For a trading center, you got to be well connected.
Exactly. It keeps the economy flowing.
So I think we've covered a lot of ground here. It's clear that Indore is a city that's like constantly evolving.
It is. It's a survivor, you know? I mean, think about it. It started as this trading post centuries ago.
And now it's this economic powerhouse.
And an education hub, too. And through it all, they've managed to keep their city clean and preserve their culture.
That's impressive.
It is. It's like they've found this balance between tradition and progress. And I think that's what makes them so successful.
And delicious.
And delicious, for sure. But seriously, it makes you think, what can other cities learn from Indore?
Right, because a lot of cities are struggling with those same challenges. How to grow without losing what makes them special.
Exactly. Indore seems to have figured out some of the answers. So yeah, food for thought for sure.
Food for thought.
Food for thought.
All right, that's our deep dive into Indore. See you next time.
See you next time.